This is a really hard video to make. I do not have time to sit out here and cry. I have got stuff to do. So like I said, this is a super hard video to make. This is not something I planned on. Obviously, not something that was in the plans. Okay, I have got cows to move. I have got to get through this. Not a video I planned on making, but I found out yesterday super emotional, pregnant, and when I get emotional while I'm pregnant or when I get stressed, I throw up a lot. So I'm trying not to throw up for you and trying to get through this without crying. Okay, I seriously have to get this together. There's something about saying something. It's something I already know, but saying it out loud just makes it more real. I found out yesterday that I'm losing my job. We have 7 children with 1 on the way, and I make twice what my husband makes. We both do work from home for the same company. We both work remotely. I provide support and help supervise a team that provides support for hospital systems who have a particular computer program. So hospitals that are working with the electronic medical record, Epic, are the type of hospitals that we support. Yesterday there was a meeting, and because of COVID-19, this very pandemic that made me feel incredibly safe and secure in my job, because Lord knows more than ever these hospitals are going to need us. I guess it doesn't work that way. These hospitals are struggling financially, and they're going to take years to recover. So they are having to cut every single expense they possibly can. And we were on the list of services that they could live without. Now, don't get me wrong, it's going to be ugly, but for them, but not probably uglier than closing their doors. So all to say, we will now be supporting our family on a fraction of the income that we used to have. And although I'm in a much better position than many people, we still have a ton of fears and anxieties and lifestyle changes in the very near future. I've had this job for the last, I don't even know, probably 7 years, something like that. And I've always been able to stay home with the kids. And the thought of going out and getting a job, I'm a nurse, the thought of going out and getting a job in the healthcare field right now and risking bringing home something to my family, my mother who has bad asthma that lives with us. I don't want to put my babies at risk. Pregnant myself, I don't want to be at risk. And I've not been at the bedside for 10 plus years. And I was hardly at the bedside before that as a nurse because I went right on to the EPIC project at our hospital. All to say, me leaving the farm and getting a nursing job is more complicated than it sounds. So now we have to find a way to move on. Like I said, we're in a really good position compared to a lot of people. I'm not locked into some lease with a crazy high payment. We don't have a horrible mortgage. This farm has a ton of potential, sort of sleeping potential that's there, but we're not necessarily acting on it. So I'm allowing myself 24 hours to be super sad. And really mad. And wildly scared and anxious. But I can't do that for long. I don't want my kids to worry, and I don't want them to see that or feel like when something bad happens, it's okay to just crumple into a ball and give up. So that is not on the agenda. We'll figure this out. I hope that I can look back in 5 years and say, that was the best thing that ever happened to us. I've been wanting to pursue something I'm passionate about for years, but could never walk away from that job. It was amazing. It was, I was good at it, and it did a great job of paying the bills. Although expensive, it offered some nice benefits. We'll be losing our health insurance. I take that back. Scott could probably pick it up, but I think I pay over $17,000 a year for our health insurance through work. So I don't know how that's gonna work. But we're gonna figure it out. Like I said, I have 24 hours to be emotional about it. And then I'm moving on. Scott and I are going on a little road trip today that was pre-planned to pick up some 4 chickens. And I'm hoping that on that road trip we can do some brainstorming. He's been incredibly supportive through this. And so has my mom, and both have said, this is exactly what you needed. This is where you should be, at home on the farm, doing your thing. And it just, it's just really scary to be the guineas are worried about it too, I can tell. Not really. I have my umbrella. That's what they're really worried about. It's my umbrella, girls. Just an umbrella. Now they're gonna have to talk about it. So this whole time on our farm, you know, I said we were kind of bumbling along and stumbling along, and you know, it kind of could have been looked at as a hobby farm. If I get milk from my cow this year, that'd be nice. If I don't, no big deal. I can go to the store and buy some. If our meat chickens all die halfway through the season, well, that was a shame, but I can always buy chicken at the store. We always had the income and the resources to just go out and get those things and do those things. And now suddenly, I feel like everything matters. There's a new pressure for the garden to work this year. There's a new pressure for me to get my milk cows in their stanchion and milking every single day. There's a new pressure for this crazy little YouTube channel that I started to take off and work. Things that before were fun and optional and the outcome wasn't important are now suddenly gonna make or break my family. Again, I hope I can look back and say this was the best thing for our family. I'm really scared right now that it was not. We have a super good support network around us. And those people will be there for us, but in the meantime, I have to get everything figured out. That's the plan for today. Get a clear head about this. Find a positive perspective. Chalk it up to a little plot twist. And figure it out. I'm gonna throw up. Okay. Moving on. We can do this. This was all part of the plan. We can totally do this. All right, time to go get my cows moved so they don't have to get rained on.